ஆழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், திருமழிசை ஆழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், பெரியவாச்சான் பிள்ளை திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜாமாதரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்திரி யோகீந்திர பாத ரேகாமயம் சதா ததாயத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜம் முனிம் பஜே லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம் योनित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजे युग्मरुक्म व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणायमेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेः वकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगळं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं शरश्च महताह्वय बध्नात् श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेण परकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम् தருச்சந்த பொழில்தழுவு தாரணியின் துயர்த்தீர திருச்சந்த விருத்தம் செய் திருமழிசை பரன்வருமூர் கருச்சந்தும் காரையிலும் கமிழ்கோங்கு மணனாரும் திருச்சந்தத்துடன் மருவு திருமழிசை வளம்பதியே உலகும் மழிசையும் உள்ளுணர்ந்து தம்மில் புலவர் புகழ் கோளால் தூக்க உலகு தன்னை வைத்தெடுத்த பக்கத்தும் மானீர் மழிசையை வைத்தெடுத்த பக்கம் வலிது. Divyaprabandham series of lectures we have been enjoying thiruchchandha viruththam, which is a beautiful composition by Tirumalizhai Alvar, Bhakti Sara Yogi. We have seen up to the 81st pasuram. From the 75th pasuram till 81st pasuram, Alvar engaged in paropadesham, that is, instructing all of us about the different means to reach Bhagavan. After that, he enters into the final phase of the Prabandham. From the 82nd pasuram till the 120th pasuram, Alvar presents a lot of aspects to Bhagavan himself, and sometimes he is instructing to his own heart. That is the way the remaining pAsurams go. So we are going to start enjoying from 82nd pasuram. எத்திரத்து மொத்து நின்று உயர்ந்துயர்ந்த பெற்றியோய் முத்திரத்து மூரினீர் அராவனை துயின்ற நின் பத்துருத்த சிந்தையோடு நின்று பாசம் விட்டவர்க்கு எத்திரத்தும் இன்பம் இங்கும் அங்கும் எங்கும் ஆகுமே, says Alvar. Let us see the introduction section given by Periyavachan Pillai. In the previous set of pasurams, he engaged in paropadesham. Now, in the next set of pasurams, from here till the end, Alvar speaks to Ishvara, Bhagavan. Ishvara, Bhagavan, all of these indicate Sriman Narayana. Alvar is telling Bhagavan, whoever has great love towards your divine feet, they are as good as Nityasuris. That is, whoever who has great devotion, great love towards your divine feet in this world itself, they are as good as Nityasuris. Nityasuris are those who are always engaged in Bhagavad Kankaryam without separating from him. Now, the reason for this is whatever parabhakti which was instructed by Alvar himself to others as sadhanam. Parabhakti is the starting stage of ultimate devotion. Parabhakti, Parajnanam, Paramabhakti. We've already seen about this Jnana, Darshana, Prapti stages. So this Parabhakti, which is the starting point of ultimate devotion, whatever was explained as Parabhakti, as the means to attain Bhagavan, that is swayam prayojanam for Alvar. That is, for others, Parabhakti is the means to attain Bhagavan. But for Alvar, Parabhakti itself is the result. That is, engaging in devotion towards Bhagavan itself is the result. It is not the means to attain Bhagavan. But for others, it is a means to attain Bhagavan. Because of this reason, because it is swayam prayojanam, that is, having devotion towards Bhagavan itself is the result. It is not the means to attain something else. So, it is greatly enjoyable for Alvar. Usually, when we do something as a means to attain something, that means will not be very enjoyable. We will do it, unless we do it, we will not get the result. So we will do it with the attitude of using it to get things done. But when something is the result, it will be enjoyable. So bhakti is the result for Alvar instead of being the means. Now, this parabhakti for upasakas, for the sadhakas, that is bhakti yoga nishtas, for them, this parabhakti is the ultimate level of their upayam. That is, one will reach this stage of parabhakti after constant performance of their sadhana. And this will be the ultimate level of their sadhana. But for prapannas, this will be the first step in the ultimate result. That is, having deep devotion, having great devotion towards Bhagavan. That will be the first stage of the ultimate result. So, this is the difference of parabhakti between upasakas and prapannas. For upasakas, this parabhakti is the ultimate means to attain Bhagavan. For the prapannas, this parabhakti is the starting stage of Kainkaryam, ultimate service to Bhagavan. Now, having said that, in the first pasuram in this sequence, Alvar is enjoying Bhagavan's supremacy in human form, and then Bhagavan's simplicity in mercifully reclining in Kshiradhi, which is the root of all incarnations. Thinking about these things, meditating about these things, Alvar is saying to Bhagavan, for those who are having deep devotion towards Devaris, your Highness's divine feet, there is bliss in every place, whether it is in samsara or in Paramapadam, wherever that person is, there will always be bliss, declares Alvar in this pasuram. Let us see the word by word meanings. Thiruchchandha, in all species, Ottu nindru, being born and remaining in those different species, which are Deva, Manushya, Thiryaka, Stavaram, that is celestial, human, animals and birds, and then plants and other immovable items. So, incarnating in all of these forms, Uyarnduyarnda, having great, very great, Petriyoi, having auspicious nature, qualities, which are very great. So, Bhagavan takes birth in so many different species, and he is still great. He is having great nature. Muttirattu Muri Neer, the divine Kshiravdi, which is having three types of water. Actually, Kshiravdi is filled with milk still, because it is spoken as an ocean, Alvar is saying that it has three types of water. That is river water, and then groundwater and rainwater. Usually, ocean has these three sources of water. So, because Tiruparkadal, Kshiravdi is also an ocean, huge ocean, it is said that it is having three types of water. Aravanai, on the mattress known as Ananta, Adishesha. Tuyindra, one who is mercifully reclining. Nin, on your matter. Pattu, Pattu means bhakti. devotion. Urutha, having in abundance. Shindayodu, with heart. Nindru, remaining. So, on the sheer of the Natha, that is Tirupparkattal Nathan, that is you, your highness, on your matters, having the heart which is filled with great devotion. Pasam vittu, nindru, remaining there, pasam vittavarku, those who have given up attachment towards worldly aspects. Yethirathum, in all manners, in all ways, ingum, while being here with a materialistic body here, angum, while remaining in Paramapadam with a spiritual body, yangum, while traveling towards Paramapadam in the Archiradi Gati, after giving up this body, in all of these places, Indame Agum, there will only be bliss of constantly enjoying Bhagavan. That is the concept explained in this pasuram. Yethirathum mottinendru உயர்ந்து எந்த பெற்றியோய் முத்திரத்து மூறினீர் அராவணை துயின்ற நின் துருத்த சிந்தையோடு நின்று பாசம் விட்டவர்க்கு எத்திரத்தும் இன்பம் இங்கும் அங்கும் எங்கும் ஆகுமே, says Alvar in this 82nd pasuram. Next, 83rd pasuram. மட்டுலாவு தண்டுழாய் அலங்கலாய் புலன்கழல் விட்டு விழ்விலாத போகம் விண்ணின் அண்ணி ஏறினும் எட்டினோடு இரண்டெனும் கயிற்றினால் மணந்தனை கட்டி வீடிலாது வைத்த காதல் இன்பம் ஆகுமே. So this is 83rd pasuram. Let us see the introduction section. Ananta Kleshabhajanam. This samsara is said to be filled with sorrows, as said in Ananta Kleshabhajanam, Samsara Sagaram Goram, Ananta Kleshabhajanam, swAmy Sharanam Prapya Nistaranti Manishinaha. This is from Jitante Stotram, where it is said that those who have won over their heart, they will consider Bhagavan as the Upayam and will cross over the samsara, which is the birthplace of so many countless sorrows. So, as said in this pramanam, this samsara is filled with sorrow. When asked, is there any possibility that there will be bliss in samsara? Because in the previous pasuram it was said, ingum, angum, engum agame. There is joy here, there, everywhere. So the question arises, how can there be joy in this samsara? At that time, Alvar responds, when this question is asked, Alvar is responding, the bliss we get in this samsara itself, at the divine feet of Devari, your highness, due to the continuous love, that devotion leads to great bliss. That bliss is not even a match in comparison with the bliss in Paramapadam. The bliss we acquire here at your lotus feet, on your lotus feet, is much greater than the bliss which is received in Paramapadam. One may wonder, you will think that the bliss received in Paramapadam is ultimate. But still, when we are in this samsara, where it is always sorrowful, if we get even little bit of bliss, the bliss becomes multifold. That is why it is said that it is greater than the bliss in Paramapadam itself. If a poor person gets lots of money, he will enjoy it more than a rich person getting lots of money, because the poor person has not seen money at all. Similarly, getting enjoyment in this world itself is much greater than getting enjoyment in Paramapadam, because there is no joy in this world otherwise. So here, when we get this great joy, it will be much greater than the bliss acquired in Paramapadam. That is the concept being explained in this pasuram. Let us see the word by word meanings. Matulavu. The honey is always present. Tan, cool, Thurai, Tiruthurai, Alangalai. Oh, one who is having garland. One who is having garland which is having abundant Tiruthurai, Tulasi, which is cool and where there is lots of honey. So his enjoyability is explained here. Pulan, to be seen, Karal, Untiruvadigalai. That is your divine feet, which is to be seen, which deserves to be seen, Vittu Vilvilada, not abandoning it and moving somewhere else. Bogam, the Moksha Sukham, the bliss in Moksham, Paramadam. Vinnil in Paramapadam, Nanni Erinum, even if we desire and reach and attain that. Yetinodi Irandenum, 8 plus 2 is Pathu, that indicates Bhakti. So, Bhakti, Kaitinal, with that rope, Manandanai, my heart, Katti, stopping it, controlling it from going towards worldly enjoyments. Vidiladu, without any break, Vaita, placed on your highnesses, divine feet. Kadalinbam, the bliss of devotion, bhakti. Agume, is there any equivalent joy, any equivalent bliss? Asks Alvar in this pasuram. Even if we go to Parampadam, Sri Vaikuntham and enjoy Bhagavan, that bliss will not match the enjoyment we get in this world, enjoying Bhagavan's lotus feet. Says Alvar in this pasuram, Matulavu Tanturai, Alangalai, Pulankadal, Vittu Vilvilada Bogam, Vinnil, Nanni Erinum, Yetinodi Irandenum, Kaitinal, Manandanai, Katti, Vidiladu, Vaita Kadal Inbamagume. That is 83rd pasuram. Next, 84th pasuram. Pinpirakka Vaitanan Kol, Andri Nindu Tankadakku, Anburaika Vaita, Nalarindanan Kol, Ariyan, Tantirattu or Anbila, Ariviladan Ayinen, Yentiratil Enkol, Yembiran Kuripil Vaitade. This is 84th pasuram. Let us see the introduction section. Alvar explained about great devotion towards Bhagavan. Vidiladu Vaita Kadal Inbamagum. That great devotion will be blissful for me, says Alvar in the previous pasuram. He said like that. Now, Alvar, looking at his own state, is not getting that great devotion in him. And he sees himself to be equivalent to matter only. That is how he sees himself. And he also sees that Ishvara, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, is Swatantra. He is totally independent. And because it is his thought, Bhagavan's thought, which gives us the great benefit. Because of that, Alvar is asking, is he thinking about making me having great Paramabhakti at his divine feet? Or is he thinking about making me exist among the Nitya Samsaris, those who are always in this samsara? What is his divine thoughts? That is the introduction given in this pasuram. Embiran, my Lord, my swAmy, Pin. After this body ends, even after that, Piraka, again to take birth, Puripil, in his divine heart. Vaitanankol, has he vowed anything to make me take birth again? Andri, or Tankadakku, on his lotus feet itself, Nindru, remaining firmly, Anburaika Vaitanal. The day when I have lot of devotion towards Bhagavan, Arindanankol, has he vowed? I don't know. Ariyan, the one who is holding திருவாழி ஆழ்வான் சக்கரத்தாழ்வார் சுதர்சன சக்கர தந்திரத்து on his matters ஓர் அன்பிலா, not having any devotion. Alvar is telling about himself. He is not having any devotion, though he has lots of devotion. Not having any devotion. Arivilada, not having knowledge also. At least if you don't have devotion, if you have knowledge, we will ultimately get the devotion. But I am not even having the knowledge. Jnanam, Nayine. I, who am very lowly, Yentirathu, on my matters, Embiran, my Lord, குறிப்பில் வைத்தது, keeping in your divine heart. Enkolo, what is it? That is the question here. Are you thinking to place me in the samsaram again, or are you planning to liberate me and engage me in eternal kankariam? Says Alvar in this pasuram. பின் பிறக்க வைத்தனன்கொல் அன்றிணைந்து நன்கழற்கு, அன்புரைக்க வைத்த நாள் அறிந்தனன்கொல் ஆழியான். தந்திரத்தோர் அன்பிலா அறிவிலாத நாயினேன், எந்திரத்தில் என்கொல் எம்பிரான் குறிப்பில் வைத்ததே. That is 84th pasuram. We'll continue on with the next pasurams, next set of pasurams in the next section. ஆழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், திருமழிசை ஆழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், பெரியவாச்சான் பிள்ளை திருவடிகளே சரணம், புத்தூர் சுவாமி திருவடிகளே சரணம். பல்லாண்டு பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு பல கோடி நூறாயிரம் மல்லாண்டு தின்றோள் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செவிதிரு காப்பு வடியோமோடும் நோடும் பிரிவின் 1000 பல்லாண்டு வடிவாயின் வளமார்பினில் வாழ்கின்ற மகையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவார் சோதி வளத்துறையும் சுடர் ஆழியும் பல்லாண்டு படைப்போர் புக்கு முழங்கும் அப்பாஞ்ச சன்னியமும் பல்லாண்டு.